Guys, we're back! We're back! It's actually just been a little over a week, so we're a little bit back on schedule this time with the Mario Matter podcast. It is episode 10. We've finally hit the big 2 digits. I don't know, it just, once you start a podcast and you get to a point where it's 2 digits, it feels really weird. I can't even describe the feeling of episode 10, and you've probably already noticed my shirt. It says, I don't like, it's not that I don't like you. It's a t-shirt of a candy corn, and it says, I don't like you either. I thought it was really cool, and it's a little bit big, but I that's how I wanted it. And so I thought I would get it for the this fall. And the joke is, and I'm going to get roasted for this 2 minutes into the podcast, I actually like candy corn. I don't think it's bad, and before I get roasted, I guess it's just my taste buds. I don't even know. I actually like candy corn, so I got this as kind of like a joke because I actually like it. And something else, I got a brand new water bottle. So this one's different from the one that I have, and not for no reason. So here's the other one that you guys are really used to. This is the one that I always had, and I think what must have happened is I didn't recognize it in the moment, but I dropped it, and I assume I did, and it has a big crack right there. You can kind of see it, and so when I would drink, it has another one right there, and when I would drink, it would all leak. I don't really want to do it. I'm not gonna do it, but it would leak, so I did have to get a new one. And so I have the same fret sticker from Animal Crossing here, and I also have I have some new stickers on the back. I have Blathers right here, and Stantler, my favorite Pokemon. Dude, I'm gonna get roasted a lot in the beginning of the podcast. Stantler and Blathers, one of my favorite NPCs from Animal Crossing New Horizons, or just a whole Animal Crossing series. I used to have Jingle and Fret. Obviously, the Fret sticker is still there. And then I had, what else did I have? And my logo. So yeah, that was cool. So with that, we have a lot to talk about. We have some. How do you describe today's news day? One thing really shocked me and is weird. Another thing is just such a big fault on Nintendo's end. We have some exciting news about Splatoon 3 stuff, Switch general stuff. It should be good. I'm excited to actually talk about everything. But I did want to talk about, I feel like this podcast was made, and I said that I would talk about, things that happen, my gaming experiences, in real life, like my personal stuff. I want to talk about games that I've been playing. So, because I feel like I haven't talked about it, for a while. Games I've been playing, really, I got back, and you guys might always play this game, but I got back into Super Smash Bros. I took a long break from it, not for any reason, but just because there were, I guess this is the reason. There were just more games to play, like Animal Crossing, or the newer games, Splatoon 3. So I just didn't play it for a while, but I did get back into it. Now I'm playing Splatoon. If you ask me what games I'm playing, the game in my current, the current game in my Switch right now is Splatoon 3. I am back to that. Just Turf War. I've already beaten the story mode. Story mode was amazing. I'm just playing Turf Wars and ranked battles, just leveling up, having fun. So, yeah. So that's still really fun for me. And despite all the connectivity issues, it is still really fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. So yeah, that's cool. I've played some. Okay, so you can see my Switch over there. That's. What was I gonna say? I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing New Horizons on that Switch, and something about playing on a bigger screen is very relaxing. I could not tell you why. Something just feels very satisfying about it. So if you can hook your dock up to a bigger screen, that is if you maybe play in handheld. I guess just dock in general. Something about it is a nicer experience, and it's really, really relaxing. Maybe it's because I lay on the bed while I play, because there's no chair over there. Maybe that's why, but I don't know. I just say I say that to say I've been having a very relaxing and fun time playing Switch in my evenings on this bed playing Animal Crossing. It is really fun. It is fun, and yeah, those are like the highlights of the day, almost. Well, not the highlights, but pretty fun moments. So yeah, those are the games I've been playing: Smash, Splatoon, and Animal Crossing. Nothing new actually, but that brings me. I do want to talk about new games and games that are coming out that I have been looking for. So there's one in particular that I'll get to in a minute. So a game that just came out. Shoot, I totally had it in my it is called I don't know if it just came out, but I just heard about it. Hoko Life, the little farm game. It's like $15 on $15 on the eShop. I want it. I have yet to get it. I have yet to try it, but it looks really fun. I do want to try that game. And then this next game will probably not interest most of you guys, just because it's like a really seasonal game. But so and you would have I bet out of the people that watch this podcast, one person has heard of this has heard of this game coming out, because it's not like a big name game coming out. It is called Advent Calendar. It is for the Switch. I think it came out I think it came out today, as of making this podcast. As of today, right now, recording this podcast, October 17th. I believe it came out, at least on Amazon it came out. I think on the eShop it was like scheduled for November, but the physical version did come out today. It's a Christmas Advent Calendar game. Every single day. I mean, I don't have it yet, so I couldn't tell you, but from the trailer I've watched, from reading the what the game is about, I believe you log on every day, and obviously it is an advent calendar. You open a new or there's a new experience every day that you can play a new game every day. You can I don't own the game, but it's Advent Calendar. It's like when you get those ones from like Target, and like you open the things and they have like chocolate inside it. It's like that, but for the Switch. That is what it is. But on the Switch, it is $30. Which I believe... Nah, I mean... It could be 15, but I will pay the 30 just because I'm such a festive little fella. But, yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. $30 is okay. Make your money. But you would think a game like that costs $15. And then after that game, that game is upcoming. That game came out today. You obviously have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming out November 18th, I believe. Then you have Sonic Frontiers. That comes out November 8th, 6th, 7th, one of those days. Whatever, that Friday. Oh, actually, isn't it like a Thursday? It was kind of weird. I don't even remember, but it was one of those days. And then after that, you don't really have much else. But there is a game that came out or is coming out, and I will get to that much later. Because there's a whole lot of drama. There's a lot of drama surrounding that game if you've been on social media. So we'll get to that in a few. But those are the games I've been playing and are looking forward to and or just came out. So that's cool. I would definitely, if you're excited for Christmas, Advent Calendar is the game for you. There's also a game called Santa Tracker on the eShop. It is not a Santa Tracker. I'm sorry, it is, but it's much more than that. There is a Santa blog that you can read almost every single day. There are 2 games included. You can listen to Christmas tunes. It's a pretty cool game. I have it. I have almost every single Christmas game on the Switch, if not all of them. I have 3, which I don't think that there's even any more than that. So yeah, I have them, and so. That's that. I'm going to wrap up that segment. But yeah, definitely look into some of those games, especially Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That one is going to be the highlight of the fourth quarter of 2022. That's going to be the highlight game. Unless you count Splatoon, actually. Oh, man. Unless you count Splatoon. That's a pretty close one. But at least for November and December, that'll be the highlight game. So we have those. But, when you go on your Switch... you want to play these games. You want to play Advent Calendar. You want to play Hoko Life, whatever that game is called, Hoko Life. when you try to play the games, you're going to have to update your Switch. The Switch got an update to version 15.0.0. Now, this is really weird. When Apple updates, so you'll see an update for your phone every like half a month, and you will download it. Nothing really changes. That's expected. Same thing with the Switch. Every now and then you'll have an update. You download it. Nothing really changes. But when Apple updates to like iOS 13, 14, like a straight, like it's not iOS 12.7.9, it's iOS 12 or iOS 13. They did it recently. I believe it was, was it iOS 14 or 16? I don't even remember. But they made a huge update recently. So this Switch update is 15.0.0. The only few things that the Switch that changed with the update, the Bluetooth audio section was moved. You can now take screenshots in the Switch Online app on like on the Switch, where you can buy the avatars with your platinum points. And general system stability improvements. That is literally it. That is it. For version 15.0.0, that is it. Nothing else. Not even one more thing. That is like, those are not just the highlights. That is literally everything. That is nuts. Like, why would you even update at that? Like nobody had a problem with where the Bluetooth audio thing was, or not being able to take screen. Like, no one had a problem with these things. Why even update? Why even update the Switch? Why? It doesn't make any sense. I thought it was weird. Yeah, I mean, as I said, like, why even update? Maybe add something like themes. Add themes to the Switch and then update it. Add something big. Add something noticeable. Because unless you read the patch notes in what actually changed, which I did to tell you guys, unless you read those, you probably would have noticed nothing. You don't go in settings that often, and not often enough to even notice that the Bluetooth audio thing was changed. You probably... No, maybe some of you guys took screenshots in the Switch Online app, but a lot of people didn't even try. I never tried. So you probably wouldn't have even noticed that the Switch was updated. So, I don't know. I just think, like, I don't want to complain about a free update, but it's just like, it's questionable. It's like, why even do that? Nothing needed, like, neither of those needed to happen. I just thought it was questionable. I saw that there was an update. I click, oh my gosh, maybe there's themes, maybe there's folders, maybe there's something else that's cool. I read these three things, and it's just so underwhelming. But I mean, hopefully we have better updates in the future. If not, the next update is a better update. We'll see on that. But yeah, it was questionable. And I wanted to ask you guys this, and I should have said it in the beginning of the podcast. You guys may have seen, and I don't even mean to have these right here. Like, this isn't like a flex, but like UFC. Do I have any Nintendo fans and UFC fans listening? Because I feel like we are a very rare species. I hope that there's one other person that is a fan of both of those companies listening to the podcast. UFC is like mixed martial arts. If you watch that, let me know. Because we are very rare people. To be a fan of a very specific gaming company, and then in your free time go watch mixed martial arts fights. This is a very rare thing. So someone let me know if you also watch UFC. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to throw that in there. So one other thing, it's a very small thing. It's not big at all. I mean, I don't want to say it's not big, but this isn't like a whole topic where I could go on and on and on. Splatoon 3 amiibo. You may already know this because I'm a little bit late to the punch. But Splatoon 3 amiibo are releasing November 11th, which is in less than a month. It is less than a month away. And I believe I have seen that you can pre-order it on Best Buy. I don't know if you can do that anymore, but I have notifications on for like Twitter accounts that like tweet if you can pre-order an amiibo. I believe it was only Best Buy that even let you do that. Once again, I doubt it's still available to pre-order right now, but there was a point in time a few days ago where you could have done that. So you could have done that. I would think that you could later on pre-order them from Amazon, GameStop, Target, but I don't know for sure. Your best bet is probably going to the actual store, whether it be GameStop, Target, Walmart, on November 11th, and looking to see if there are amiibo there in stock. Unless you can, one, get a pre-order, or two, on a release date, see if you can like reserve one to pick up, or if you can call your local Target, whatever store, and see if they have any, see if you can hold one, these kinds of things. I have my plan to get mine. And it's not as simple as, I'm not going to say what it is, but it's not it's not crazy. It's just like, I'm not going to be here. It's not as simple as going to my local Target, GameStop, or Walmart. I'm going to post where I get it after I leave said location. So, somewhere special to get these amiibo. Not just for the amiibo, but I was gonna be there anyway. So I'm gonna go to the cool place to get the amiibos. The hidden spot, I'm kidding. It's definitely not hidden. But somewhere that you wouldn't expect me to be to get Splatoon amiibo. If this place even has Splatoon amiibo, I would certainly hope so. If I'm even available to get these Splatoon amiibo, if they're available to get, I'll see. But I will probably make a community post where I get them. So should be cool. So yeah, that was a small thing. Splatoon 3 amiibo releasing November 11th. You have the small fry amiibo. I believe you have two other inklings as well. You have the girl one, and is there a boy one? I want to check because I feel like this is like a big thing that you guys should know, like which amiibos there are. So Splatoon 3 amiibo. Yes, there is a... Oh, that's not a boy. That is... Oh, so it's just an Octoling. Octoling, Inkling, Yellow Inkling, and Small Fry are the three amiibo that are available to purchase in November 11th, or you can pre-order those. So there's that. Now, here's where we start getting to the juicy news, guys. This is the juicy news. This one I'm excited to talk about just because we've not had, like... This is not major news, but it's something that you don't get from Nintendo very often. So, I'm going to pull up an article here, which I thought I already had this article open. So, have you guys... Let me start with this. Have you guys ever sent a Joy-Con or a Nintendo Switch or a 3DS, 2DS, Wii, anything to Nintendo's repair? Yes? No? Maybe so. If the answer is yes, did you get the console back in good condition? Maybe your answer is yes, but it's going to be pretty split. Like, I feel like after that question, 50% will say yes, 50% will say no. Some didn't get it back in good condition. Some did. So here's where it gets juicy. Nintendo has updated their terms and conditions for repairs. And this isn't like, yeah, take it to the post office and the mail it this way, or do this instead of this. No. People are angry at how their repairs have come back. So much so that they called Nintendo, from what I assume after reading this, and you will assume the same thing after I read the updated terms and conditions. I assume people are, like, calling Nintendo support. Why is my repair not the same? Why did this take 3 weeks to come back? Why? This, that. I think people are really mad. So, depending on how bad your console came back, I can or cannot blame you. But, so, I'm going to read this article from My Nintendo News. Shout out to them, by the way. Shout out to My Nintendo News. I go to them for a lot of stuff. So, this is what the updated terms and conditions are. I believe this part is from... Yeah, okay, so everything I'm about to read is from Nintendo. When making requests about product repairs, please refrain from engaging in behavior that goes beyond socially accepted norms, including, but not limited to these listed below. If we determine that such behavior has taken place, we may refuse to repair or replace your product. Moreover, if we view the behavior as especially malicious, we will contact the police and lawyers in order to take the appropriate measures in response to it. Here is what you cannot do. Now, these are all pretty obvious, but it's just I'm reading you the updated stuff. Threats, intimidation, or menacing behavior, very obvious. You should never do that. No matter how bad it is, that's never acceptable. None of these are really. Insults or degrading remarks, infringement on privacy, requests for service beyond social norms, such as requesting free repairs beyond what is covered by warranty. So, I don't see why you would ever do that. You cannot request a free repair. You just can't, unless it's by warranty, obviously, which they mentioned. Unreasonable demands for an apology from the company or demands to punish people, also unacceptable. Most of the things here are very unacceptable. Behavior that prolongs the time spent, such as excessively repeating the same request or complaint. So, for example, if you got your console back, and I actually had to do this one time. I got my console back, and it wasn't in the best condition. I had to send it back. If you keep doing this, apparently this is a new rule, you cannot do this. I'll read it again. Behavior that prolongs the time spent, such as excessively repeating the same request or complaint. So if you keep on sending your device in over and over for the same thing because it's not in good condition, are they going to contact the police? Okay, that probably won't happen, but they'll probably refuse your repair again. So there's that, and then there's one more: slander or social media, or the slander on social media or the internet. I'm not slandering them. I'm just reading this. So, but yeah. So all of those are pretty clearly unacceptable. I think we can all agree. Now, some things like behavior that prolongs the time spent, such as excessively repeating the same request. I'm not saying that it's a right thing to do, but that's probably a more common thing that takes place. Like, people might have their Switch come back, it's scratched up, it's not in good condition. They might send it back. Like, that's more of a common thing that might actually be happening. But because they've even listed all these things, like, insults, you can't insult them. Are they getting a lot of people calling in and be like, my Switch is all scratched? Like, are they getting this often? I have had problems with their repair, but I've never been mad, because it's not Nintendo's fault. It goes to another third-party repair service called United Radio. This is where they ship all your consoles and controllers to. It is associated with Nintendo, but it's not actually really going to Nintendo. So I've never been mad I've never been mad at this at all. Really. It's, I guess you can say, maybe a little frustrating or stressful, but it's not mad. Why do you not repair? This is in terrible condition. It's never been mad. It's never been like that. So I would certainly assume that people are getting mad at this, and that's why they've put it out. And good on them, because that'll good on Nintendo, because it'll probably stop people from even doing that. So that is good. And yeah, I just wanted to read this because as someone who has sent things to Nintendo for repair and they don't always come back how you sent them, I wanted to read this because I thought it was really interesting, and it kind of shows that if you, the audience, have had problems with repairing your Switch with Nintendo, or any console for that matter, you're not it seems that you are not the only one. That is what it seems. Once again, all of those things that I had read, you should never even call them and do in the first place, or even like, live support, anything. You should never even do those things. But it is just, it goes to show that they could have a bit better quality control in the repair department. But I'll leave it at that, because it's pretty serious if people are calling in and getting mad at these people. So yeah, don't call and harass staff members. It's most of the time when you call on, or like 99.999% of the time when you call Nintendo, the guy or girl that picks up has nothing to do with your repair. So don't get mad if you have a question or you need to send it back. You can do that, but don't harass or scream at the employees. It makes no sense. It doesn't get you a better console than if you were just asking them normally. This is obviously common sense for anyone who has called in on support. But yeah, just stop. You don't want to harass these staff members. Come on, this is like child's play here. Their repairs are not the best in my experience, but we can't be doing this. Okay, this is unacceptable. So I want to bring it up. That's all there. Another fault of Nintendo is that is it affecting many people? A lot of people hate this game. I don't mind it, but I don't play it often. So we all got very hyped for this game called Nintendo Switch Sports. We were all hyped until, like, every day leading up to when it actually released, we got less and less and less hyped. Less hyped. When the game releases, it's not the best game ever. It's not amazing. It's not what we hoped it would be. And yes, they're making updates. They're adding golf. They were supposed to add golf this fall. Now they're going to add it this holiday. So I would assume around Thanksgiving, early December, that kind of time frame. So they're going to do that. But if you guys have tried to play Switch Sports in the last 48 hours, you would know that the servers are offline. So let me walk you through this entire timeline. Credit to My Nintendo News for all this information. So, on October 14th, rather October 13th, there was a Switch Sports update. It didn't include much. It just kind of added some more security for Nintendo to, prevent hacking and cheating and stuff like that. October 13th was when the update had released. Nintendo, the next day, became aware of an issue of a bug in that update. So they had to turn all of these Switch Sports servers offline. As of this second, as of recording this podcast, it might be fixed tomorrow. You cannot play Switch Sports online. It is totally offline. I'm going to read the tweet from Nintendo. This tweet was tweeted out October 14th. A bug has been found in the Nintendo Switch Sports version 1.2.1 update, which causes the software to close during the pre-match loading screen. This is unfortunately affecting both online and offline play modes. We have therefore temporarily suspended the rollout of this update. So, if you do not already have the update, you can't even get it anymore. While we investigate to find a solution, Switch Sports servers will temporarily be taken offline, and online play will not be available during this time. Save data backup is also temporarily suspended, which I'm not really sure why they did that. I guess they're just pulling the plug on everything Switch Sports, so that is also suspended. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. I don't think anybody has experienced inconvenience because nobody plays the game. So, so update on that. So the servers have been down. Update. Nintendo has tweeted out that they are releasing not one, but 2 patch updates for Switch Sports. This must be a serious issue, because most of the time, Nintendo can resolve this by taking few hours, releasing a update. All done. Nintendo has taken October 13th, today's October 17th, taken 4 days to figure this out. Really, well, I mean, they put the tweet out October 4th, 3 days to figure it out. Now they've put out a statement where tomorrow, as of recording this, as of today, as of posting this, you can get the update. Tuesday, October 18th, you can download one update, and the Switch servers will go back online. But then, October 20th, Thursday, you will have to download another update, which will allow you to back up your Switch Sports saves. So as of posting this podcast, these servers are probably already up and running, but just make sure to download the update that they have given out to get these servers back online. And hopefully it fixes the problem. Like, could you imagine if they release it and it's not even fixed? Like, come on. But yeah, I mean, that must have been like a really serious issue if it has taken them 3 days to resolve it. Now, 3 days is not a super long time, but most of the time, if there is a problem with online servers, they are on it. They are within I mean overnight. Next morning, download the patch. 3 days, 72 hours just to figure out why your servers are not working is nuts for a game that doesn't even have that many people online, because it's like not a big favorite. How do your servers crash and it takes 3 days? I don't even know, really. But so yeah, update today that'll get your servers back online. Today, as of posting this, I always have to say that just so I don't mistake anything for any time, And then Thursday, October 20th, you can download the update, which will allow you to save data cloud, back up your save again. That's cool. So yeah, just a little bit of chaos in the Switch Sports world. I have not played in a month, so it hasn't affected me. But I heard about it. I made a short about it, and I wanted to talk about it here because it seems like a pretty serious issue to take 3 days, 72 hours, just to find a solution. Pretty weird. But yeah, I mean, how does that affect? Because there's new outfits every single week. You're taking away from their time to grind and get the outfits. They should give out the outfits for this week for free with a new update. They really should. But I mean, they probably won't, but they should. Now, enough of Switch Sports. This is our last topic of the day, and I do not know that much about it, but I mean, I've tried to research, but okay, so the podcast was just cut. I was talking about something, but as I went on, I feel like I didn't want to talk about it anymore just because it's pretty serious. It's not crazy serious, but it's something that I felt comfortable talking about it, but it's just it's a lot of drama. And so I don't want to even say much about it. I'm going to put a link in the probably the first link in the description under where I say hey, thanks for tuning in. Under that, I'm gonna put the link to what I'm even talking about. It's the Bayonetta situation with the voice actor. If you guys do not know about it, you can read the article. Yeah, I was talking about it for 5 minutes, and I just, as I kept on reading, I didn't want to talk about it anymore, just because it's all drama-y. And yeah, I don't really have an opinion on it, just because I don't know enough to have an opinion. Really, I don't know enough. But yeah, I would. If you guys want to see the final scoop of news, it is in the description. And so yeah, that is really it. I was planning on talking about that for the last segment of this podcast, but there is one other thing that I wanted to do, guys. I totally forgot to do this months ago. Okay, I forgot to do this. I asked in my Discord server, which will be in the description. I made a channel where people can ask questions on Discord, and I will answer them on the Mario Matter. So these are questions from July July this year that I'm about to answer. So if you want to ask me any questions that I will answer, or that I will try to answer, feel free to do so. Join the Discord. It'll be in the link in the... You know what? I'll put it in the pinned comment, so then you guys can see it clearly. It'll be in the pinned comment. So I'm going to start reading some questions. Juicy Goober, sick name, by the way, says, do you think Mario Odyssey 2 is real? I really think so. I think that it'll come within the next 2 years, just because you had a hit game in Super Mario Galaxy. You had that game, and then you had, because it was so loved, you had Mario Galaxy 2. Odyssey could only be the same way. Just like a 3D Mario game, a big Mario game, a standout Mario game, one of the best-selling Mario games. You would need a sequel. Mario Galaxy 1, Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario Odyssey 1, Mario Odyssey 2. You would need a sequel. And not to mention, that is not the only reason. That is just background evidence. Historically, that is what happens. But everybody would love a Mario Odyssey 2. You would have to do it. I'm sure it's in development. And because like they've not made a new Mario game in a while. I'm not talking about like you know, Mario Sports. I'm talking about Mario games. Like they made Mario Golf, Mario Strikers. Where's a mainline Mario game? It doesn't have to be a Mario Bros game. Just a Mario game. Hasn't happened since I can tell you actually. But past few years we have not really gotten one. So you would definitely think that we have that soon. Mario Odyssey will probably be it. I don't have many questions here, but I'm going to answer the 3 that I have. So, if you guys want to ask questions, feel free to ask as many as you want in the Discord. I may not read every single one, but I will try, and it certainly gives me options. Sorry, okay. Grasley, my man, says, what's the next big Mario game coming out? Do we think it's a 2D side-scroller, or do we think it's going to be a 3D game like Odyssey? Honestly, I think they're not going to make a Mario Bros. Game until the next console and kind of kick it off with that Mario Bros. Game. I think it'll be... Honestly, if I had to put money down, like if I had to put money down on this, I'm saying Odyssey 2 is the next Mario game. It's the next mainline Mario game. It is Odyssey 2. Because while we are very long overdue for a Mario Bros. Game, I just think Mario Odyssey 2 is going to be next. Because, okay, hold on. Here's evidence. Super Mario Galaxy release date. November 1st, 2007. Mario Galaxy 2 release date. May 23rd, 2010. 3 years later. It has been 5 years since the release of Odyssey. You would think that it is coming soon. The next game. Mario Bros. If they were gonna make a new game, they would have done it like 2 years ago, which they did. They did port over the Wii U one, but it's not a new game. It's not a new game, so you would think that they would do that. Odyssey is probably next. Odyssey 2, or I mean, you couldn't really start a brand new 3D Mario game, so it would have to be Mario Odyssey 2. That is what I would bet money on, Mario Odyssey 2. But I'm not Nintendo, so I don't know what will happen. But that's my prediction. And finally, from Bruh Moment 1 says, how do I send the Joy-Cons to Nintendo? So at this point in time, I had made a few shorts on how to get your Joy-Cons repaired, how to fix Joy-Con drift. So the way to do this, actually, I can't link it, but search on Google Nintendo Joy-Con repair. I believe it should be the first link that pops up. I'm going to actually walk you guys through this entire process. Nintendo Joy-Con repair, okay? Yeah, so it is first link. Set up a repair - Nintendo support. Now, I believe this only works with America. I'm sure Japan has their own thing. Canada, I think? I don't know. But just see if that pops up. See if like you know. So mine says Nintendo America. See if this even exists for you. And so once you hear it says set up a repair, continue as guest unless you want to sign in. Which country do you live in? Yeah. Okay. So on my website, it may be different for you. On mine, it says United States, Canada, or other. I don't know. If you hit other, I don't really know like what you could, really choose. But I'm gonna hit United States, product family, Switch, product type, controller, product, Joy-Con, symptom. Okay, so here's where you can choose what is wrong with your Joy-Con. If it's not there, it should be there because pretty pretty much everything is there. So, I'm going to choose buttons are not responding or responding incorrectly, which would mean Joy-Con drift. So you could just put Joy-Con drift under that. It asks which side is the Joy-Con, like, is it left Joy-Con or right Joy-Con? I'm gonna choose left. What color is it? My left is pink, so I'm gonna hit pink, neon pink, and then it'll show up with a pink Joy-Con. That is my Joy-Con. I'm gonna hit that one and then hit continue. And so it is a free repair. It says $0. You would hit continue, enter in all of your information, first name, last name, address, where to ship it back to, and then it'll give you a shipping label, and you are good to go. Just box it up, ship it off to Nintendo, and you will be all good. You will have your Joy-Cons within, I believe, a week or two, 1 week, 2 weeks, But here's what I really recommend. I've seen people say that they have sent Joy-Cons to Nintendo and they have not gotten them back. Personally, I have never had this issue. I do not know if those people were joking. I don't know if that is true or not. But here's how. If that is true, I'm not saying it is, but if that is true, here's how to avoid that. So when you print out your tracking label to put on the box to ship the controllers in, take note of your. If you ship out of America, it is a UPS tracking number. Take note of that number and write it down and track that package all the way until it gets to Nintendo. Once it says delivered, you are good there. Because now there's no excuse. If say somehow you never got your Joy-Cons back, no excuse, because it was certainly delivered. So, but once again, I'm not saying that is at all true. Don't even be scared of that. It's never happened to me out of the few times I've sent Joy-Cons. So it'll go to them, they'll repair it, and then if you have the correct email, like if you put your email in there, it will send you, hey, we are now repairing your Joy-Con, or hey, we have shipped it back to you. You will then have it back, and you're good to go. So that is how you repair. So just Google Nintendo Joy-Con repair. They also repair, I believe that they still repair 2DS XLs, and they repair Joy-Cons. They repair Switches, Switch Lite, Switch OLED, Switch normal Switch. So yeah, that is pretty cool. It says most repairs are completed and returned within 10 to 16 business days from the time you ship your repair. So that is an estimated return time. Pretty cool. So there's that. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the Mario Matter. If you would like to ask any questions, feel free to join the Discord in the description down below. Very cool place. You can get notifications on when I post videos. We have general chat, Mario Matter questions, pictures. It's just a standard Discord server. We have my tweets, Animal Crossing tweets, Nintendo tweets. Whenever these companies tweet out, or these accounts tweet out, rather, you will be the first to know in the Discord, so you can come and join. Very fun place. And yeah, so that is it for today's Mario Matter episode 10. That is in the books, and I'll see you guys hopefully next week if we can talk about enough stuff, if there's enough news. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Keep on gaming. I will never say that again. And shout out to our channel members. I'm gonna actually start introducing some channel member perks. More perks, obviously, within the next month. So if you want to join, I wouldn't join now because the perks are not available yet. But I am going to introduce some new ones soon, including unreleased videos, bloopers, bunch of stuff. So I'll make a community post or something, or I'll announce it somewhere where whenever that's done and available. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I wouldn't think it's a live stream because there's no direct. Okay, I'll stop. See you guys in the next YouTube short podcast. Thank you to the channel members, and I'll see you guys then. Adios.